Hello everyone, this is Lisa with Grace and Oil Paper. I came to you today to show you my personal little gardening book. I have a lovely screened porch, which I absolutely love. And I really want it to be just full of lovely potted plants and flowers and greenery and stuff like that. But I am not the greatest at gardening. I've always told everybody I have a brown thumb. I'm not the best at growing things. So I've been trying over the last few years, and I have some that I have kept, over the winter in the house and put them back out, and some of them struggle, some of them do okay. So I wanted to make myself a little journal to be able to keep notes on what thrives, what does not do good, what struggles, what I killed. What I managed to make work, or if it needs to be repotted next year, I put some notes on it, a book that I can keep up with all my plants. So I made this out of it was a cookbook. It was a 3-ring binder, and I didn't worry about if anything showed through. So you can faintly see through that there's a pattern underneath there. I don't care. This is for me. This material was something I got a long time ago. I've had it in my stash for quite a while, and it was actually an apron, a do-it-yourself apron thing. And it's been around quite a long time. It's very vintage looking, but it had the apron pattern on it, and then it had like pockets and things like that you could put on the apron. So I just cut those out and I sewed them onto this piece of fabric, so there is sewed all the way around on there. And then it also had this saying on there, and I thought that looked really cute on the spine. So I am okay with all of this fraying and stuff because it is sewn all the way around, so it won't go anywhere. And then there's the back. It's another one of the pockets. On the inside, I used some scrapbook paper I had, and I didn't worry about covering up here because this is my book. I don't care. So I made different sections. I've got my screen porch, I've got my front flower bed, my side flower bed, my house plants. Future thoughts and notes are kind of the same thing. I don't even know why I did that, but hey, there it is. Now I have to tell you, before we get into this, I am not a good journaler. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she is. She's the one that, makes artwork out of hers. Absolutely fantastic. Very creative, very artistic, just beautiful. Me, I struggle along, but this is for me, so it's okay. So I'm showing you this to know, so that you'll know it doesn't have to turn out magazine worthy. If it makes you happy and it serves the purpose you want it to, fantastic. So I took me some file folder. I think I double thicked it so that it would be good and sturdy. To make my dividers, I sewed around on here, made me some little tabs, and so that's all I did for my dividers. Just decorated them up with paper. I did do some fussy cutting on this and put this little poem on there. Still working on this. This is. I'll add some stuff to that later. I just had a few pages that I thought were pretty, and I can use them if I want to or not. It doesn't matter. So anyway, before I get into this, I also have to tell you, my youngest daughter, the whimsical one, she named all my plants for me because she does that. And she's a bit of a wacky girl. She has a great sense of humor, so some of the names are funny. They're just the way it is. She just spits out whatever comes to her. She looked at the plant and that's its name. And I'm like, okay. So let's get into it because y'all got to see all this. I do have quite a few plants out there. I'm quite proud of it this year. It is looking fabulous. So here we go. First of all, I have 2 Boston ferns. 2 of them. And all I did was take a picture with my phone and printed it out on my computer on just regular paper. I didn't do anything fancy. I did keep the tags that came on the fern to use on here. And I just made me a little thing to be able to make basic notes and it has my chicken scratch on it, so that's okay. But I have two ferns, and since I have two Boston ferns, and we have always been big fans of the show MASH. This one is Charles, and this one is Winchester. If you know, you know. If I had a third one, his name would have been Emerson. Isn't that what Charles Emerson Winchester? The third. Anyway, I just decorated it a little bit, did a little bit of stamping and a little sticker. So this one's Charles, and this one's Winchester. These are actually fussy cuts from some a wallpaper border I have. It was cute. And I just used basic papers. I think one of them I have is, or some of them I have is actually from a gardening book. So this one is a little fern, and it was doing a whole lot better in the house, and I took it out, and it's kind of struggled, but it's coming back. But it's a bronze Venus maidenhair fern, and she named it Parabella Fawn. No, I do not know why. It just came to her. So that's what it is. This one is new to me this year. This is a Japanese painted fern. And so she named it Hana. And I just put some paper scraps. That's a fussy cut from something, and then that's a piece of that wallpaper again. And on the back, I had taken a picture of the flower pot it came in because it had the basic little information I needed on it. And but I got this at Lowe's on clearance. That's why it's got the line through it. So I only paid $3 for it. And it's a pretty little fern. It's doing really well out there. This is a Thanksgiving cactus, and I've had this for a few years now, and it is thriving. It's doing really, really good. So she named it Gobbler. And I'd also printed out some information on the internet, and anytime I did that, I just stuck it on the back of the page. And I can make notes on the back too. Like I said, if something lives or dies, I can, make notes of it. This is an impatient. And impatiens are just, to me, like little old-fashioned flowers. So her name is Beth. She's very sweet. She is blooming now. When I took the picture, some of my stuff wasn't blooming, but she's blooming really pretty pink and purple flowers. This is a double pot. I planted two different kinds of petunias in there. And she named it Yin and Yang. And I'm going to have to let you really see this because these were stunning. This one is such a dark purple that in person it actually almost looks black. And then these are just huge and beautiful. So this one is actually a Sanguna Mega Purple Vein petunia, and the other one is Ray Black. Don't know why. But anyway, she named it Yin and Yang. I also kept the little tags that were in them and just stuck them in. This one, bless his heart, is an angel wing begonia. And I have had it for quite a while. And it looked a little rough there, but it's filling in now. It's looking better. It is looking better. So to start with, I don't know why, but she said it needed to be, what's his name? Inigo Montoya? I've never seen it. Apparently it was a movie, Princess Bride, I think. Well, anyway, I said something about, well, since it's a begonia, maybe you should do something that starts with a B. So she changed his name to Benigo Montoya. And I had this little guy, and I thought it looked appropriate. He was in my stash. This is my hosta, and it thrives. It comes back every year. I've repotted it, but it comes back every year. And since this hosta's kind of there's nothing fancy about it, she named it Edwina. No, I don't know why. Again, some fussy cuts from the wallpaper. This one is Dusty Miller, and she named it Jack Frost. She said that was self-explanatory, and I was like, okay. I just put some glittery washi tape on it and some little snowflake stickers, piece of doily. Oh, and my dictionary page is frost. Wasn't I creative? This is a Kalanchoe, I think it's called. The leaves are real thick and waxy like. Almost feels fake. And my printer did this a horrible injustice because those flowers are a bright, beautiful red. Beautiful. So she named it Ruby. This is a sedum. And it comes back every year. It doesn't do anything fancy. It comes back. It grows really great. Dies down in the winter. Comes back again. So she named it George because it's very basic. But that's okay. George likes his name. This is a downtown port fairy. That's what it was called. It's a coleus. And it's yellow and green. Very much so. And she named it Sprite. I had these little images. This one actually right here came from, every year the post office sends out a flyer of what their stamps are going to look like for the year. And I used my stamp scissors and just cut it out. And that one, I think, was the same way. Or, yeah, it may have been the same way, and I cut it out. So, that's Sprite. This is Peppa, and she is a polka dot plant. And apparently I can grow polka dot plants really well on my porch because this right here in this picture, it had already tripled in size from what I bought it. And now it has tripled in size again. It is full, looking fabulous. She's quite happy out there. This is it's a form of impatient, but it's a sun patient. It actually likes the sun. And so she's doing really well. She's actually got several more blooms on her now and has grown more. So that's Mabel. This is a Persian shield. And let me tell you, that is a beautiful, dramatic plant. You can see. Very, very purple, dark purple, almost black in places. And it's called, did I say it was called a Persian shield? Yeah. Anyway, she named her Jasmine. Very exotic, pretty looking. Okay, my sister-in-law had this in her yard and she dug it up and gave it to me. It's actually a paper white narcissus. It's supposed to be a very elegant, beautiful flower. It looks better now, but it was a little pitiful. So I had to be a little quirky and give her that elegant, quirky little frog there. Anyway, Eleanor. This is another one of my sister-in-law's plants, and she couldn't remember, pardon me, I'm still getting over my cold. She couldn't remember what it was when she gave it to me. So it was a mystery plant for a little bit, but she thought it was a spiderwort. And so my daughter and I were like, spiderwort, well, that just sounds dark and mysterious, so she named it Elvira. Turns out it is a spiderwort. It's an Ohio spiderwort, and it has since bloomed some beautiful little blue flowers. This is called a wonderful ivy, and I've had it in my house, and they're tiny little leaves. It's not the ivy that you see spread all over houses and everything with the big leaves. No, this is a really, really pretty little plant. It's very lush, growing really great. So because ivy is kind of a basic plant, but she's fancy about it, I named her Anne. This was my idea. She's Anne with an E. If you know, you know. If you don't, this comes from Anne of Green Gables, the book. Anne and Anne of Green Gables really did not like her name. She was very determined. Everybody knew that it was spelled with an E, because Anne without an E is just a plain, ordinary, basic name. But Anne with an E made it special. So this is Anne with an E. This, I wish I had taken a picture when it was blooming because it has beautiful orange sherbet flowers on it. They're really pretty, but it's an Easter lily, and her name is Hope. This is a lemon tree, and it has grown like crazy this year. She named her Ophelia. One thing we learned, my sister-in-law started this from a seed from a lemon she had, which is very difficult to do, but she did it and has nurtured it for quite a while and then gave it to me, and it's going crazy on my porch. But one thing we learned about lemon trees is they grow some really strong thorns. Thorns on this lemon tree. So you can't just, you got to be careful how you touch that thing. Who knew? So this is Rex. Rex is a Rex begonia. His name is Dull because I've been calling him Rex for a long time. I've had him for several years, and he is just Rex. This one is another one I got on clearance at Lowe's this year. It's a Calibrachoa, and it has bloomed one bloom for me, and it's little bitty bloom, and it was purple. But the tag on it shows multicolored. Now, I don't know if it's going to be. We'll see. So she named it Tutti Frutti. It's still just a growing out there. Not blooming, but it's growing. I don't know if we've missed the growing season. I don't really know. This is a Fittonia nerve plant. Apparently they originated in the rainforest, which is why we have this paper. And my daughter named it Fiona. So it is Fiona the Fittonia. We should have named it Drama Llama, because this type plant, when you haven't watered it enough, it just lays over, just falls over dramatically. You water it, an hour later it is perked back up. So we should have named it that, but it's okay. I see I wrote it down here, Drama Llama. So Fiona. And then this is Delilah. It is a spider plant. It was beautiful last year. That thing was so happy on my porch last year, and I brought it in over the winter and hung it in my laundry room because it was just the only place I had to put it. And she very much objected to it and really died back a lot. So she's coming back, but she has complained about it a lot. So, but that's Delilah. This is another double petunia pot. And my husband actually named this one. When I brought it home from the nursery and I brought it in the house and I was showing it to him, I said, I've got to come up with a name for this. But let me tell you, this is the most dramatically beautiful petunia I have ever had. So gorgeous. And he said, well, I think you need to name it Ziggy Stardust. And I was like, that is an excellent name. And my daughter came up with the companion plant name for it. She called it Prince. Prince, Purple Rain, both musical, both a little bit wacky. So we got Ziggy Stardust and Prince. This is actually what's called a night sky petunia, and that one is a double vogue lavender vein. Big fancy name for a little bitty flower. And then this is my last one. It is an asparagus fern. And it's actually doing really well. It was a little baby one right there, but it's doing really well. And my daughter named it Wisp. Wisp. So this is all I've done. That's all my porch plants, and they're actually all doing really, really good. I'm really surprised. Really surprised. We'll see. We haven't got into the extreme heat of the summer here in the South. So we'll see how well they do, if I remember to water them when I'm supposed to and all that kind of stuff. We'll see. But anyway, I haven't done anything with the rest of my book yet, but I just wanted to show y'all that. I just found some random papers and made all my things and sewed them. I've added a few extra little pages in for when I get ready to use it. I just haven't yet. Like I said, it took me so long to do that part because I'm not a naturally good journaler, so I really had to think about a whole lot, and that was a lot of plants. It really was. It was a lot of plants. So I will get the rest of this done eventually because I don't have that many plants outside except for this fabulous, I should put that on the back so it would have something there. I have a fabulous Japanese maple tree that has taken over the corner by my side porch, and it is umbrellaed out. It is the most beautiful, beautiful mounding Japanese maple tree I have seen in a long time. It is just so gorgeous. It takes over the whole corner. So that's my one pride and joy out in the yard. So I don't have a whole lot other than that. But anyway, I just wanted to share my little gardening journal with you to show you can do stuff like this yourself. It really just took glue. You don't have to sew anything. You can just glue, just get you some glue, get you a hole punch and stick it all together. And, I glued this on as well. So, yeah, you could do any of this yourself. It makes it really handy. And like I said, I'll be able to write notes on the papers if I see something I need to make a note of for next year. Some of these won't come back, and I need to make a note of that too, because I surprised myself this last year. I thought I had killed a thing or two, and I didn't realize that they were the type that die back over the winter. See, I'm a noob about this stuff. I'm a 60-something-year-old noob about it. Isn't that hilarious? But so I didn't know that some of it came back. Really surprised me. So that thing, I can make notes of stuff like that in here. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Just wanted to give you a little glimpse of that. So may God bless you and keep you safe.